Manjari Bhava Sadhana, continuing our discussion on Manjari Srup Nirupan. We're on page 97. Incidentally, this book has just been reprinted by Daoji, our friend Daoji. It's available on Amazon as an e-book and also hardbound or soft paperback, I think. So we're discussing about Ras. Ras is translated as divine rapture, sacred rapture. It's an extraordinary, amazing, and astonishing experience of joy and bliss that fills the heart and mind at the level of bhava and prema. But this is what the eternal associates are relishing Ras, especially Madan Ras, Radha and Krishna, the gopis. We're trying to equalize our hearts and minds with their hearts and minds. And by their mercy, maybe we'll be able to get some reflection or some experience of that great joy of Madhurya Ras. So to experience Ras, 5 components. They're called Rasa Samagri, means components or elements of Ras. Yeah, very colorful today. Nice. Team is over there. They say it's cooler over there. Fit closer to the fan. You can lay on the wall so and you can play with your friend there too. Sit next to her and you guys can cut up in class. Two jokers sit together. Hi, my representative, Mahanidhi, ma'am. I may turn out a fan also. Well, thank you.
Yes, here more cool. Here more cool.
Yeah, the wall is cool also. Gopal. They make an offering. Open the door and Rodriguez. They come together to make Ras. So one is Sthai Bhav, one is Vibhav, one is Anubhav, Sadvik Bhavas, and Sansari Bhavas. So these are different experiences of the mind and heart and body due to the influence of love. Love of a mother for her children, love of a friend, or love of gopis and Krishna is Madhurya Ras. So to produce Madhurya Ras, you must have a lover and beloved. So the permanent emotion that doesn't change is called Sthai Bhav, is that of a lover. So like one person can have different rasas. If someone's married, they have Madhurya Ras with her husband, they have Vatsali Ras with their kids, and they have Sakya Ras with friendship Ras. So all different rasas are available to living beings. So Vibhav are what moves the heart. The heart is moved in the presence of the lover. If you don't have your kids, you can't get too much parental love. If you're married and you have kids, but the kids aren't there, they're grown up and gone away, you still know that you're a mother and you feel dormantly in your heart you're a mother, but the Vibhav is absent, the stimulant for that love, the kids. So Vibhav is divided into Vibhav Prem Vishai, which is the object of love for the mother, the object of Prem Vishai is the children, and the Prem Ashray is the mother. She's a shelter of love. Then the stimulants, so they're explaining how the example is given for Madhurya Bhav, Madhurya Ras. The object of love, the Prem Vishai is Radha and Krishna, and the Prem Ashray is Sakhis and Manjaris. And part of Vibhav is called what is called the excitant, the stimulant. What's that called? Yeah, Viva Udipan. Udipana, I think it's a short I. Udipan. Like you say, deep means what? Fire lamp. You know. So what fires you up? Uto, we say in Uto means get up. Udila Arana Purabhavagi. All these UT means get up. So Udipan, fired up. Get excited, stimulated. So if you don't see the one you love, you don't get stimulated. But you see a picture of one you love, somebody shows a painting of Krishna, right? Gets excited. So that's called the Vibhava Udipan. So the banks of Radhakund, the kunja, the full moon, and the wind, the breeze, and the buzzing bees, and all different ideas are there. Now, once one gets excited, the Stai Bhav gets excited by the presence of the Vibhav, then there's something that follows, a bhav, a feeling, and follows all that. It's called honor bhav. Honor means the bhav that follows that. So these are expressions of love. Then the love increases, the heart gets more and more excited in the presence of the lover. And then sattvic bhavas are seen. The hair stands on end, one trembles, the upper lip may tremble, may perspire, may cry, all these things. And secondary emotions are called sanchari. Sanchari means they move towards the center. They move, they enhance. It says the sancharis are like waves on the ocean. The waves beautify the ocean. They arise, they're caused by the ocean, and they fall back, they merge back into the ocean. But when they appear, they make the ocean more beautiful when they agitate the ocean with big waves. So these are all sanchari or vyavachari. So when the Manjari see Radha and Krishna dancing, their minds they start getting excited. And this example that Kunjvihari Babaji is giving. He says they show two different sanchari bhavas take over the heart of the Manjaris and Sakhis when they watch Radha and Krishna dance. So this is called sanchari. One thing is they become happy. It's called harsha bhava. It's one of the sanchari bhavas. There's 33 bhavas. It's like when you see somebody dancing, and maybe you become happy to see that. Like some of our disciples, they like to dance. So when there's kirtan, and especially I can't dance too much these days. But when I see them dancing, I become very harsh, I become very happy. They're a little shy, so they usually hide behind a column or hide somewhere in the yard where I can't see them. They try. And then it says, their minds become absorbed in watching how Radha and Krishna is transformed in love while they're dancing. And then the Manjaris display a sanchari called mati, which means they absorb their minds in reflecting upon the beauty and the feelings of Radha and Krishna. So two different phonas over. And this is what we're supposed to do. That's why we're studying this science of Ras. We have so many classes on this. Because we're supposed to do this to increase our appreciation and understanding all the different levels of exchange that are going on. That's why they call these scriptures Rasa Shastra, Krishna Bhavanamrita, Govinda Lilamrita, Bhagavatam, etc. So in order to understand how much is Rasa Shastra, you have to know the science of Ras, what's going on here. So Kunja Vihari in the Manjari Nirupan gives an example, it quotes a verse from Krishna Bhavanamrita at the end of the book. It's Nisha Lila, Rachi Lila from 1048 to 336. And then he analyzes it. So what he does is what we're supposed to do when we read Shastra. First we study Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, the Ujjvala Mani, because these are the textbooks on Rasa Tattva. So we have to understand these textbooks, Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, and then Ujjvala Mani, study them and read them. And then when we read Govinda Lilamrita and Bhavanasara Sangra, and Krishna Kaumudi and Krishna Bhavanamrita, then we can get deeper appreciation. Because the whole practice in Manjari Bhava is called Sadharani Karan. Sadharani Karan is actually practiced, really, truly practiced when we come to Bhava Bhakti. That's why this term appears in Bhakti Rasa Sindhu on the chapter describing Bhava Bhakti. Anathas Babaji, he taught his disciples, he wrote a book called Rasa Darshan in Bengali and English, translated in English, and there he encourages even new devotees to engage in Sadharani Karan, which means to equalize your feelings, or generalize, or identify your feelings with the feelings of the Nitya Parishads, like Rupa Manjari, Tulasi Manjari, who is Raghunath Das Goswami. So to do the Siddharani Karan, you have to already have done your homework. So that's why we're having this class called TBR in our local team, TBR, Teaching Bhakti Rasa. So we're going to go through these different books. We've gone through, I don't know what books, we've gone through some books already. So this is a summary. This book before me is a summary of Bhakti Rasa Sindhu and Ujjvala Mani, done by the Guru of Anathas Babaji Maharaj, Kunja Vihari Das Babaji. So we're reading from that. So he cites a verse, chapter 20 of Krishna Bhavanamrita, verse 45. Translation. This book has been reprinted recently by our old friend Daji, and it's on Amazon ebook and also paperback book. I haven't seen Daji, I don't know where he is, I think South India or something. I saw it on the internet, the book is advertised. That's an important book. It says the translation, oh, what a wonder. Radha and Krishna are caught up or absorbed in their erotic amusements, have now become overcome with ecstatic lovemaking, that they have reversed their positions. It's called Viparita Vilas. Like a bolt of lightning desiring to attack the cloud-like lover. So a bolt of lightning, of course, is Radharani Vidyut. Vidyut means lightning. And Ganesham is getting beat up. getting conquered as usual. Possessed by the Cupid, Radharani shows her lover her power. That's pretty good. It's a Seki Drisham Bala. Seki Drisham. Seki shows her Bala, her power. Okay. Seeing this, the Manjaris, peeking through the windows of the Kunja, drenched the windowsills with their tears. So the Manjaris are in ecstasy, and one of the symptoms of ecstasy is called Sadhvik Bhava, is crying. They're crying to see the Kamvijay Leela of Radharani. The Ras Leela, the Acharyas describe the Ras Leela as Kamvijay Leela. This Leela is a victory over Kam. Kam is lust. Material lust is called Kam. But the Acharyas describe that the love of Radharani and Krishna and the gopis is called Prema, but they describe it as Kam, because it's full of desire, but it's pure desire. That's why it's Prema. The Prema Shraya gopis have unlimited desires to please the senses of Krishna. This is quite opposite of our Kam. Our Kam is we're absorbed in the desires to please ourselves. And we find the most pleasure in pleasing ourselves by enjoying with men and women. That's considered the peak of pleasure. Because during that exchange of men and women union, you completely forget everything about the other person. Absorb yourself in your own pleasure, which is the height of selfishness. That's why Krishna Maharaj compares material sensual union as Kam to iron, and the love of the gopis and Krishna is gold. So one has no value, and one is very costly and very valuable. So Manjaris are witnessing all this. So Kunjagari breaks this down. So in this description here, what is the permanent mood of love being described? What? Madhura, not Madhurya. Madhurya Rasa is called Madhura. Madhurati. What is that? What is the name of that component of Ras? Sthai Bhav or Sthai Rati. So the Sthai Bhav is, but the Manjaris, now the Manjaris, was their Sthai Bhav? It's Madhurati, but it's special as some people say it's a separate Rati, but my Guru Maharaj said it's a variety of Madhurati. What is that special variety of the Manjaris? Bhavalas Rati. What does that mean? You can describe Gopal what Bhavalas Rati means. Jai Sri Krishna? I think your name is Jai Sri Krishna.
Yes, my Sanskrit isn't very
What?
I'm not good with the terms,
Yeah.
so I can't explain what you just said because I don't know the words.
Yeah, Bhavalas Rati is described in Nectar of Bhakti Rasa Sindhu. And it's kind of like the combination of words, Bhavalas. Bhava means the Bhava of Radharani. In this case, the Manjaris. This is special Rati that only the Manjaris have, generally. Conceivably, a Sakhi can have it, but the Sakhis that usually display Bhavalas Rati are the Nitya Sakhis or Pran Sakhis, who are also both called Manjaris or Dasis. So ulas means rise. Ulas means it rises. Their hearts rise. This means they have more love. They have in Madhuri Rati, the Manjaris have amorous love towards Krishna. That's their Sairati. But they have more love for Radharani. More amorous love for Radharani. You want to say that?
Is it Tat Bhavichamai?
That's what they had. That's the type of Madhura Rasa that the Manjaris are experiencing, and some Sakhis also. But Bhavalas Rati is a different flavor of the Sairati. It's kind of like it's confusing, it's similar. Bhavalas Rati is specifically because some Sakhis are Tat Bhavichamika. So only the Manjaris, because they're one with Radharani's heart, which is Tat Bhava. But when Radharani is feeling ecstasy, the Manjaris their hearts rise up in ecstasy like Radharani. So Bhavalas. It's described in Bhakti Rasa Sindhu. So the Sai Baba, the Manjaris who are observing this, Radharani enjoying with Krishna and that superior Viparita Vilas, they're experiencing Bhavalasrati. And then what are the Vibhavs? So the Prem Vishai is Radha and Krishna together, and the Prem Vashrai is who? Vibhav Prem Vashrai is who? Gopis, Sakhis and Manjaris. And what is the Vibhav Udipan?
Seeing Viparit Vilasa.
What are the stimulants? Udipan means stimulants, exciting. Well,
Bumblebees.
the flower bed. The kunja, the flower bed, the nighttime, full moon. We already said that, flower bed of flowers. So what now? When now they're there, and the Udipan is there, and the Sai Baba is there, then what follows? What follows the Vibhav? What's the term? Anubhav. So these are expressions of love, voluntary expressions of love. What are they? The Manjari, this is from the Manjari's viewpoint. The Manjari's what Anubhavas. What are they, when they're seeing this, then they get excited, they start whispering among themselves. Look at this. That's our Swami, that's our Ishwari. So they're talking about what they're seeing. And looking through the window of the kunja, and they're feeling such ecstasy. They have, then following that, they get really absorbed and excited. What do they do? According to the verse we read.
They cry.
They start crying, and where do their tears fall? I just read the verse. Where do tears fall?
On the bones.
They fall on the window. Imagine somebody outside your bedroom looking through your window and crying. You look out your window and say, oh, it's raining. Why? Because there's water falling down the window. It's not raining, it's the tears of Manjari seeing through the window. That's what the verse said. It came a little late. It said the Manjaris are watching this Viparita Vilasa of Radha and Krishna, and they're crying from outside the kunja, and their tears are wetting the windowsill. Quite as the object of meditation. So, what are the Sanchari Bhavas? One Sanchari Bhava is Darpa.
Right.
Darpa means pride. That's in the 16th chapter of Gita. It's the quality of a demon. What's that verse?
Dambo Darpa Vimanascha Krodha Parishyamevacha.
Yes, it is qualities of the demon. Pride. But the gopis are showing, it's called Sanchari Bhava. It moves towards their Sai Bhava of Madhurati, of Bhavalasrati, and heightens it, increases it. So the Manjaris are feeling proud of who? Radharani ki Jai, Jai Sri, Jai Sri. Viparita Vilas, Ishwari is conquering Krishna. But they're proud, they're feeling pride because why? No. They're Bhavalasrati. So why are they feeling pride? Because Radharani's feeling proud. Their Rati, Ulas means it rises. Bhavalas, the Bhav. This is the Bhav, this is the Sattvic Bhav. I mean, the Sanchari Bhav. Radharani's proud. I'm beating this guy up bad. This guy's getting defeated. Who said women are weaker sex? You guys are writing in Sanskrit, Avala. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys who's although he's no power. The verse says, Seki Dri Shambhala. Seki Dri Shambhala. Radharani is showing, Seki Radharani is showing her strength. I'll show you. Drisha means I'll show you, buddy. Seki Dri Shambhala. So Radharani is seeing Radharani's pride in her victory. The Manjaris also feel pride and delight, harsha. So these are two sensory bhavas, harsha and dharma. Dharma?
Darpa.
Dharma. So do you feel harsha and dharma? So this is called Sadarni Karan, identifying with the bhav. So he gives that example. And so then he explains that term. He says, the sadhaka who has been touched by the mood of the Sakhis, means Govivad, or in this case, Mother Arati or Radharani, will identify and feel the generalization of emotions as described in this verse of Krishna Bhavanamrita. So that's called Sadarni Karan. It's described in the second way, chapter 5 of Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, where Rupa Goswami describes Bhava Bhakti. You come to Bhava, you have the symptoms of Bhava. What are the 9 symptoms of Bhava, you know?
Avyakta kalatvam.
Always relishing with one name.
Namaruchi. Avyakta kalatvam.
Nam Gane Ruchi.
Namagane Sadaruchi.
Great taste for singing the name and glories and songs about Krishna. What about time? What do you say?
Avyakta kalatvam.
Avyakta Kalatvam. You don't let a minute go by without serving Krishna. Right?
Ashabandha. 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 Hope, having hope.
Priti Vasatis.
Priti Vasati Sthale.
Priti Vasatis Stale. What it means? Love to live in Radhakund. Okay, good. What else?
Shanti. Shanti is there.
KSH.
Perseverance.
Perseverance. So a good day to practice. That means don't quit. Never quit. Keep going. Pivatam. Should drink this ras until you drop. There's a verse. Was the first canto, chapter 1, verse 3. Pivita.
Pivita Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho.
Pivita Rasalayam. What does alayam mean? Destruction. Pralaya. Alayam means pralaya. Drink this rasa of Bhagavatam until you faint. Pivita means piao. Pani piao. Pivita. Oh.
Pivita Bhagavatam Rasamalayam.
Pivita Bhagavatam Rasalayam. Drink the rasa of Bhagavatam until you faint and fall. Boom. Out. 1, 2, 3, out. TKO, technical knockout. Bhagavatam, drink it till you drop. Not Nityam Bhavata Sevaya. Raise your hand if you read the Bhagavatam every day. Acha? Raise your finger if you're thinking about it. You guys are all bogus. Imposters. Call each other. Mahaprabhu is the father of Govivav, the father of Raghunav Bhakti, Raghunav Bhakti Prachar. He came to preach Raghunav Bhakti. What did he do every day?
He heard Bhagavatam.
He heard Bhagavatam, and he studied Rasa Shastra, and he heard the Bhagavatam. So do the same thing. Study Rasa Shastra. Read Govinda Amrita, Bhavanamrita, Krishna Amrita, Krishna Kumari, and Bhagavatam every day. Naughty girl, psyche. So let's read more. This is Tasting Bhakti Rasa in Manjari Bhava Sadhana. This is chapter 10 of Manjari Sruti Rupan by Kunja Bihari Das. Kindly translated by Jagadananda Das. He's a great pundit and really learned first in Sanskrit, Bengali, Hindi, everything. So it's a very correct translation. Chapter 10. The practice that leads to becoming a Manjari. How to become a Manjari. Chapter 10. The best way to attain Manjari Srup and the Seva as a Palya Dasi, as a maidservant Dasi or Radharani. This is based on the teachings of this book, this chapter, is based on the teachings of Rupa Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, and Radha Krishna Goswami, who is a Bengali Brahmin who lived, I forget, I think not too long ago, 1920 to 1980 or something like that. In this recent time, he had commentaries on Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was very rustic, highly respected, Radha Krishna Goswami. I think he's Nityananda Vamsa also. Radha Krishna Goswami. The conclusion of these three acharyas is how to develop Manjari Bhava is by hearing and chanting about the activities of the Nityasthita Manjaris. So therefore we have to hear and read the books of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, which means Stavamala and Stavavali, which in Stavavali you'll find Vilakusa Manjari and Rajvilas Stava and Mana Shiksha and so many interesting and important poetry and teachings. The Nityasthita Gopis constantly relish the nectar of Krishna's form, qualities, his taste, his fragrance, the sound of his voice and flute, his touch. So we, as sadhakas, he has this is a prayer by Kunjabihari. We beg these Nityasthita Manjaris for the remnants of their prasad. In other words, that they bless us that we can experience. In other words, before he starts teaching how to become a Manjari, how to become an eternal servant of Radharani and Manjari Bhava, Kunjabihari Das Babaji prays to the Nityasthita Manjaris for their kripa, for their mercy. Tasting this Madhurya Rasa himself, Mahaprabhu taught it to all the devotees. Mahaprabhu was rich with the jewel of prema. He never discriminated as to time, kala, desha, patra. He gave everyone, anyone he met, he gave this Raghunaga Bhakti Manjari Bhava. Mahaprabhu was the greatest of charitable persons. Shri Krishna, Brajadam, and Krishna, eternal associates like Radharani and the Gopis, they all lie beyond the conception and perception of our words and thoughts. The transcendental realm and the eternal associates with Krishna can never be understood or appreciated with our gross material senses. Everything about Krishna, Radharani, and the Gopis can only be revealed to the sadhaka by the internal potency or Vishuddha Sattva. Another name of this state of pure goodness is called Vasudeva. Until this Vishuddha Sattva appears in an individual, in the heart of a devotee has no ability to understand Krishna. And Krishna will not appear in the mind or heart of one that doesn't have Vishuddha Sattva. The manifestation, the reception of Vishuddha Sattva is only possible by the grace of an advanced devotee. Vivakaro. So that's why we always, whenever we meet devotees, whenever we associate with devotees, past or present, manifest or unmanifest, we're always begging and crying for mercy. Vivakaro. This is a very nice book, actually. The Upanishads refer to Krishna as the embodiment of sacred rapture, which is the English translation of the word Ras. In other words, Rasa Vaisa, Krishna, the absolute truth is Ras. Ras is manifest in Krishna's name, form, and as well as his whole nature. If one is fortunate to contact this saint who has made Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes one's very life and soul, then by the mercy of such a saint who will hear, that mercy will act as fire acts upon a piece of iron to make it gradually take on the properties of fire. So by constantly associating with an advanced Vaishnava or Vaishnavi, one will gradually become spiritualized. One's mind will gradually become spiritualized by constant contact with this transcendental subject matter. What did I say, Gopal?
One's mind will become transcendental by constantly associating with the
Transcendental subject matter.
Yes.
What does that mean in simple English, Vrindarika?
That when we associate with pure Vaishnava and with these books of the Goswamis,
Take it shorter.
we get verified, like the mind gets
Now what he's saying is the advanced Vaishnavas, if we have the fortune to meet a living advanced Vaishnava, that's rare and that's very, very good. But in essence of that, we all have the great saints who are in the books. So read the books of the great saints and you'll get the mercy of the great saints. Read over and over again. This is the teaching of Ananta Swami. He says, you just keep reading Tulasi Manjari, Rupa Manjari, Krishna Karamrita, with the commentaries of Ananta, and you keep reading Bhagavatam, especially the Gitas of the Bhagavatam, the Govi Gitas, and over and again, with commentaries, with prayer, with surrender, with submission, with purity of purpose. And eventually the mercy will flow into the heart, and the heart will become full of Vishuddha Sattva. Be transformed. Our iron-like heart will turn into fire. This is the presentation. So it's a bhajan of study, chanting holy name and studying these books over and over again. Because they're books full of Manjari Rasa, we were missing that. We don't have the love for Krishna. These books are full of prema and they're full of Manjari Rasa. So we read these books over and again with the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas. We get Krishna prema and Manjari Rasa. So don't be lazy. Go crazy. Read these books. There's somebody sitting in this room that has some of the books memorized, like Bhava Sangra. So that's a great achievement. And one can only count the days when the mercy will rain on that person's heart, because such intense sincerity the person has applied to memorize the content of one of these transforming books. These are transforming books. They take an iron-like heart and turn it into a golden heart of love. Let's see where we are here. The sadhaka's mind will become gradually spiritualized by constant contact, by constantly reading. You can fall asleep with a book on your nose. Wake up with a book on your nose. That's a short way of saying it. You ever hear that expression, keep your nose in the books? That's from old school America. Keep your nose in the books means don't look at that cute girl across the hall. Put your nose down the book, you know. Pay attention to your studies. No, I'm studying some other subject. You'll get a grade for that. You get degraded. You'll get a grade in a course by studying that subject. So what else he says? It is possible to conceive of Krishna along with his eternal associates when the mind is pure. A devotee becomes competent to relish the ways and means of their sweet exchange of love. So when we become purified, when we get Vishuddha Sattva enters our heart, and we become the platform of Bhava Bhakti, then we can relish the Bhava in the hearts of the eternal associates. The desire to please one's own senses is called what? Lust, calm. But the desire to satisfy the sense of Krishna is called prema. Lust is the darkness of ignorance, where love is the brilliant sun, sunshine. The heart is considered, in other words, a living entity. The heart is considered impure as long as it is filled with lust and selfishness. Watch out. With an impure mind, it's impossible to appreciate the happiness of contact with Krishna. Krishna Sparsha, Ananta Harsha. I like that. Krishna Sparsh, Ananta Harsh. You understand? You contact Krishna, you feel unlimited joy. Harsh. Baba, right, welcome. Sannyasi Baba. Right. I haven't seen you in a while. Been missing you. Okay, so let's go on here. It is necessary for Krishna's Ladni Shakti to come into our heart and transform our material lust into love. If that happens, one will become eager to always experience the happiness of contact with Krishna. Krishna's name, form, and pastimes are like the sun in a clear sky. It shines down on the less darkened heart of the conditioned soul by hearing and chanting. and dispels the darkness. Then the heart becomes effulgent with the divine light of prema. Nice, huh? That's really inspiring. Don't look in the mirror, though. Put your mirrors down and just glide along with the positive vibration. Then the heart becomes effulgent with the divine light of prema. Through Krishna's Ladni potency, Krishna nourishes his devotees. Krishna is personification of joy, and Krishna himself experiences happiness. His Ladni Shakti is the cause of the devotee's enjoyment also. So if you're feeling joy, what's it mean? If you're feeling joy in bhakti, what's it mean?
Krishna is happy.
Krishna's Ladni is centered.
No. It means it drops around, you're dancing in your heart. What did I say? What did I say?
I can get first word.
It means it drops.
Yeah, drops of
Bindu, Sindhu, beep, 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 beep.
Yes, yes.
Drops of Radharani are dancing in your heart. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Sri Radhe. And then the kind of Bhagavan Sri Krishna ki,
Jai.
Radharani ki,
Jai.
Mahabhasrupini Radharani ki.
Jai.
Krishna enjoys, you enjoy too. Praying, oh, that's next week. Okay, good night. Okay, so that's it for TBR. Jai Sri Radhe.